Hi, I'm Max.
And I'm David.
For 15 years, we've been eating Oreos together.
And today, we're going to eat them with you.
Some flavors are wild.
Some are concerning.
And some
are an absolute revelation. Join us.
Il mio amore, la Tiramisu Oreo. Adoro il Oreo con il Tiramisu. Buon appetito, amore.
Hi, hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
Oh, cool.
I'm glad to be here.
You know who else is here?
Who?
Well, first and foremost, producer Will. The fourth presence is Oreos.
As per always.
I'm just going to kick things off with the standard question that, frankly, I don't have a great answer to. What is tiramisu?
Oh, no.
I've had it, but I don't actually know what flavor combination makes something tiramisu.
I'm going to speak authoritatively without any knowledge.
I love it.
A tiramisu is a sprinkling of cocoa powder on top of a multi-layer cream and cake type dessert with, let's say, hazelnut and, I don't know, amaretto?
Producer Will, do you know?
Do you want to provide a wrong answer as well?
Oh, yeah. What's a tiramisu to you, David?
A tiramisu is a Brazilian fish. It's very hard to capture because they're usually
I was way
they're
off.
usually very near the bottom of the ocean, and they actually have evolved legs again from their fins, and they prefer to walk around on the ground, but it means that they're extra rich and flavorful if you can get them and make them into cakes. So if it's not clear already, I'm going to take a guess that Max was closer than I was. Producer Will, what is the legal definition of tiramisu?
It's an Italian dessert made of ladyfinger pastry, dipped in coffee, layered with a whipped mixture of egg, sugar, and mascarpone, and flavored with cacao.
Flavored with everyone's favorite cacao.
Delightful.
Wait, so there's no booze in there? It's just coffee.
I scrolled down a little more, and actually you were pretty close. There's a common variation, soaking it in alcohol, such as Marsala wine or amaretto.
Or amaretto.
There you go.
Okay.
And also,
There's-
it's a fish, right?
Yeah.
Did you scroll all the way? Did you scroll to the... Did
to
you
the
keep
bottom
scrolling?
where it says
Is there
fish-
more under
fish?
the Wikipedia information? No? Okay. All right.
You can't trust Wikipedia.
Yeah,
they don't know anything.
Yeah.
One more interesting fact, at the earliest, it was created in 1960.
They
What?
know for sure that there was no tiramisu in 1959.
It's probably the 70s.
Interesting.
Wow. That seems way too new. I would have been like, this is like a Medici era dessert.
Yeah.
And then like, tiramisu.
Yeah.
It's just like in Face Off. When was the first time you came across tiramisu? Because I think my first experience with the word was actually John Woo's Face Off.
What a predicament.
I feel like tiramisu for a long time was just one of those fancy cake concepts that I didn't want because I was like,
Because you were a cake purist.
because I wanted chocolate cake. At some point, someone had tiramisu when I was a little kid, but I was like, this isn't what I, as a child, want. This is some weird adult spin on a chocolate cake. Honestly, much later in life, someone had ordered tiramisu. And I think that when it came back around for me, I had finally gotten to coffee because I got to coffee very late in life, in
Got
adulthood.
it.
And that at that point, it was like, oh, this kind of appeals to me.
And you became the adult that it was designed for in the first place.
I mean, I still was like, if there was a dense fudge cake, I would rather have it. But it was like, I'm not starving and I want something kind of light and a little breezier. And it's like a little bit more like a whip situation. And I was like, I get
I want a little whip
a
situation.
little whip situation. I definitely reached the point where I was like, I see your value, tiramisu. What about you?
Pollux Troy was my first exposure to the concept, but I had
Fantastic.
no idea what he was eating.
Yeah.
I think the first time I tried tiramisu was a lot like you. I was like, I don't like this. This is a flavor combo that isn't doing it for me. I think I thought it was going to be cake and it ended up being tiramisu. And
Yeah.
I couldn't square that circle in my head. When I really came around to it, I was 23 years old. I was living in Brooklyn. There was a new high-end fancy pants wood fire pizza place that opened up about a 10-minute walk from us. Really lovely restaurant. And they had a tiramisu on the menu as their only dessert, I think.
Oh, interesting.
And so I had gone on a date and I was like, well, we should get dessert. And it was tiramisu. And I was like, fine, I'll live. And we got it and it was a ridiculously good tiramisu, like possibly still the best I've ever had.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, this dessert fucking rules now. For a while, that was the only tiramisu I would eat because I was just like, all their tiramisus are ruined. But now I've come around just broadly to the whole thing.
Do you have tiramisu a lot? You know, in the grand scheme of like desserts that you have?
I probably find a tiramisu in my life once every year or two, and I'm happy about it.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't do a lot of like cake dessert.
I do a lot of cake dessert.
Oh, really, David?
Oh, really?
Oh, do you? I think if I was going for a cake dessert, and I know you're going to call me a blasphemer or something, but I would take a tiramisu over a regular cake.
It's funny because in a vacuum, someone was like, do you want like a dense fudgy piece of chocolate cake or do you want a tiramisu? There's no question. I want the first one. But I think tiramisu tends to live as the period at the end of a sentence for a meal. And that in those circumstances, it's like, I am almost too full to eat, but I could probably do a tiramisu.
I think it's a perfect version for a thin, which is to say that it is an airy, light, but highly flavorful item.
Yeah.
And I think could be perfectly set up for this skin.
Do you have a coffee after dinner, Max?
I, for the past 8 years, have not even really had coffee.
What?
My wife is a tea diehard, and so we've become a tea house.
That I knew.
We now run a tea house.
Lovely.
And the only time that I drink coffee anymore is when I'm on set, which is when I'm in like full-on production. I will drink coffee because the caffeine is so effective for me now.
It's like supercharged.
In my day-to-day, I don't drink coffee.
Fascinating. I do not have coffee after dinner because I do not really enjoy hot coffee. I am an iced coffee person.
Well, I mean, look, you're from Massachusetts. You know the power of a nice Dunkin's.
I do. But I also just generally, I'm a cold beverage guy, with the exception of like a seasonal hot chocolate. I am in it for the refreshing part. The version of coffee after dinner that I get, it's sort of the warm, like liquid, almost dessert adjacent situation. And I'm just not looking to throw that into the mix post meal. But I get it. I get the appeal.
It's not about an after dinner caffeine boost that worries you.
Yeah, you know, it's in the mix. I think that if it appealed to me flavor wise, I'd probably brave the storm. If something tastes good enough, I'm probably diving in.
Pull your cap down. Look that coffee dead in the eye.
Either I am full and have no interest in anything after I finish my meal, or I have enough room for a dense thing. When someone is like, we're going to order a tiramisu, do you want a bite of it? I'm like, yeah. You know, actually, when I had that first tiramisu, you know what I also was doing? I was having a glass of dessert wine. Ooh.
Like I was having like a sauterne or something where I was like really, I know, I was like,
should we have that right now? Producer Will, do we have that in the house?
Do you have a bottle of sauterne lying around?
Oh, we don't have any sauterne lying around.
Oh my God, just Tokai, embarrassing. But it was sort of a decadent, sweet thing where I was like, I have a light, fluffy Italian dessert. I have a fancy dessert wine. Look at me, I'm a grown-up.
Yeah, I like it. So this is an interesting thing because we've had other episodes that were about big flavor swings and collaborations with brands. I can't believe that they made this as an Oreo. This feels like something that if it wasn't even an Oreo, it was just a tiramisu wafer, that it would come with an upscale dessert at a restaurant, that you would even question it. You'd be like, oh, and there's like a tiramisu cream and there's two like thin wafers. Victory here is inherently about subtlety. Certainly, I can easily picture what this is like if it lands the way that I think it probably will.
Unless they drop the ball in a truly astonishing manner.
Yeah, like if they put Sour Patch crystals in there. Something that nobody would ever need.
Yeah, like, I don't know, just Sour Patch in the cookie and the cream. That would be crazy. They really would have to whiff. I've had things that I thought they were like lined up, slam dunk, and they've flubbed it. So it's flubbable, but this feels to me like it's a gimme.
The best thing that they can nail here, which is well within their capability just based on having had other Oreos, is as whipped, airy, light of a cream as possible.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a scientist. I can't speak to how the sciences in the basement work. I don't know if it's about stirring it longer or putting more air pockets in there. Whatever science magic they use to make the density of the cream go down, I hope they have done, because to me, that's the win.
I think really what it's going to be for them isn't even going to be about density of cream.
Are you questioning my scientism?
I wouldn't dare, as we all know that you're a PhD.
Thank you.
Of food.
I have a friend that actually is a food scientist, and we definitely need to have him on the show.
Oh, wow.
Have we talked about this?
I now realize that I did know you have a friend who's a food scientist.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought of what it would be to have them on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a great idea, and we will have changed by the end of that, and in a way where it's like there's no going back. It's like there's no You can't put it back in the box like it's open.
Or the resealable plastic bag
Yeah,
tray.
you can't reseal
What do you
the
call
bag.
the Oreo package?
It's a bag.
It's a bag with a plastic holster inside
It's
of it.
a bag with a skeleton.
It's a skeleton bag. Well, we're doing great this episode.
Anyway.
Oh, there's so many when it's
They're
thins.
so small. Look at them. They're like,
They do look classy, don't they?
I know.
They look very classy.
I think there's something really funny about when an Oreo feels classy.
Ooh, I just got a whiff of the smell.
Oh, it's nice.
Oh, it's so coffee. Oh. Do they make the candle in this version, Producer Will?
Although I'd still rather have the mint than this.
Yeah,
but this is nice.
I would put this in a car, I'd put it in a candle.
I would put this in the laundry baskets of my smelly friends.
No candle.
Well,
It's a missed
can't win them
opportunity. Well, this smell is delightful.
All right, this has a lot of promise. You know what's funny?
What's funny?
Is that in the thins, they don't press the pattern as deeply into the cookie.
It's a neat observation.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
Clinkies.
Oh.
I too am thinking.
All right. I fuck with it.
The headline of the newspaper, it's spinning at the camera. It's good.
Tiramisu Thin. It's good.
Yeah. But also, and this is not a criticism, but it is a realigning of my expectations. The cream is more boldly coffee flavored. The cream is kind of going for it.
I'm going to level it as a criticism.
Okay, interesting. Say more.
I wanted that airy, light, obviously flavorful and rich, but not in the way that I'm like, whoa.
That's actually a good point.
I wanted a little bit
Yeah.
of that out of this, and I feel like this is maybe pushing too hard. They were like, oh, we made it a thin. We need to like up the flavor a lot because it doesn't have as much cream. And it's like, nah, dude,
The
you could've just
aftertaste
chilled.
is aggressively like I just drank some coffee,
Yeah.
which is
I
interesting.
think it's too coffee. Like there's other stuff.
I think you're right. That extra kick pulls it a little further out of the airy quality that we were talking about so much.
I want the mascarpone cream. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I'm not feeling.
Sure.
I'm not getting any of that.
I will say, even though I don't think this will solve the problem, I am intrigued by the idea of a double stuff on this.
Yeah, I think you're going to have a lot going on. Here's the other thing I
Yeah.
would be interested in, which we're not ever going to get,
Mhm.
would be this with a vanilla cookie to replicate the cake.
So the cake is chocolate cake, right?
No, it's a ladyfinger.
Oh, wait, let me see.
It's got like a dusting of cacao on top.
You're right.
Shortbread?
If Oreo did a shortbread,
If they dared to tread in such
if
waters,
they dared to bread,
we're daring you.
that would kill. That would be perfect.
The only thing that I think about there is that as it stands, if you took the chocolate out of the cookie, there'd be almost no chocolate left.
I know, but tiramisu I don't actually think is that chocolate heavy. I think it's mostly the coffee.
Guess I would miss even the dusting.
The dusting of cacao.
Yeah.
I do feel you on that.
Part of the tiramisu to me is that there is some identifiable part of it that you think of
Some
chocolate.
vestige of
Yeah,
chocolate.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's give this a go.
Thank you, sir.
You
See how they twist. Twist quite well.
Oh, yeah. Clean twist.
Yeah, clean twist.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Round 2. We're better.
I liked that.
Yeah.
It is a little bit of a step away from light for the sake of light. The way they give it to you is done for a purpose and it's probably the ideal way to do it.
Yeah. There's intentionality.
The double is a good time. I don't know that I would go so far as to say it's an improvement. There are aspects of that I liked more, but overall I would say they're pretty close.
I feel like eating it all in one bite actually let the portioning that they laid out for me happen.
Yeah.
Where they're like, hey, this is how much cookie you need. This is how much cream you need. Just eat it. And with a thin, I actually think eating it in one bite is a much more reasonable thing to do. You
Yeah.
just be like, plunk. And I assume that in the debasement, they're factoring for that. People who grab a thin might just eat the whole thing. So I actually think the whole Oreo bite was an improvement.
This is interesting because it's like there's little notes in terms of, oh, you could do this or you could tweak it this way. It's still quite good.
Oh, yeah, it's very good. I think my biggest problem is that I have enough little notes. This is a death by 1,000 cuts.
I can see that. It's landing enough for me that it's got a pretty strong standing.
Yeah, I don't think it's a failure. I just don't think it's standout. How many of these would you eat?
I keep going back and forth because they are light in a way that I would be returning to them every couple of minutes. 10 minutes later, I have one. 20 minutes later, I have one. 40 minutes later, I have one. I feel like maybe I'm in half sleeve territory.
You're respectable.
Yeah, certainly more than one because they're good.
Yeah.
I think that they're so small that like a full box would be kind of overwhelming and crazy.
Yeah, it would just be a pile of flavor.
But like half sleeve, yeah, I could totally see. What about you? What do you think?
I was thinking somewhere in the range of like 7 to 10. I think I'll call it 10 to be like generous.
Yeah.
I think I would eat the first 5 in a second. I would be
Yeah.
like boom, 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 boom. And then I would slow down and start being like, I forgot about them. Oh, I'll have one more. And then like 15 minutes later, be like, I one more.
Yeah.
And then I think at about 10, I'd be like, whatever I'm doing here that involves these Oreos is over.
Sure.
Enough time has gone by.
Yeah.
Right? I've watched my movie. I've done my thing, whatever it is. It's done.
Yep, that tracks. I'm also trying to think if I say half sleeve with them being thins, is that like 40 of them? I don't think it is.
Oh, good point. The truth is you and I might be in the same place. Like half a sleeve might be 10. Actually, we can probably figure this out on the packaging.
Oh, yeah.
So according to the packaging, half a sleeve would be 12.
Okay.
So you and I are pretty close.
Yeah, we're in the same ballpark.
Oh, and producer Will, don't worry. They are made supporting sustainably sourced cacao. Says so on the back.
Lovely.
So, thanks, Oreo. All right. Tiramisu Oreo. Let's give it a number.
My first instinct, which I'm not locking in, but I am proposing to the floor, is probably 6.
How the fuck are we doing this? I was also like, this is a 6.
Because it's better than a 5.
It's not a totally middle of the road. It's better than that.
They've succeeded enough that it deserves to be in the top half.
Yeah, it's a top half Oreo, but I'm not going to write home about it.
Right.
I'm not going to remember
We're
it
not like
for
recommending
much.
it to friends. Or
Unless someone comes to me and is like, I need a thin.
Right.
Specifically, I need a thin. I'll be like, oh, you should go for the tiramisu. They're kind of fun.
And they're kind of light and it leans into the whole like thin part of it.
Yeah, and like that works, but I don't think I need to come back here. Oh, good question from producer Will. Is this just a coffee flavored Oreo? Are we just eating a coffee flavored Oreo? No.
No.
There is hints of nut.
That sounds right.
I think there is a little bit of that like cream, just not as much as I would want.
Yeah, I agree.
Because there is a coffee Oreo.
I don't remember the just basic coffee.
It's good. It's like coffee ice cream. But they also then did a Java chip ice cream.
That I remember.
And there's a Dunkin' Mocha.
Yeah, well, that I always
Which
remember.
we'll never forget.
No spoilers, but oh my God, you should be so lucky.
And you're not. So my feeling on it is, although the coffee is a prevalent flavor here, we're dealing with a more nuanced creature.
This tastes right. I do think that if you ate this and then eat a coffee Oreo, you would definitely know the difference.
I just feel like there's a little bit more of a flavor journey here.
I agree.
There are multiple steps that are happening while I'm eating this, that I'm tasting things come into play.
Yeah.
And although I wish they were each a little stronger than they are in comparison to the coffee, it still has its place.
Absolutely. I don't know if this is just me being easily influenced by what looks like the design of the packaging. I feel like these would pair really well with ice cream
Oh my God.
because they are the thin.
I can imagine you taking 2, putting them right in the top of a scoop of ice cream like a garnish, and just being so happy about everything you're doing.
Yeah.
Also, like if you have them with like a vanilla ice cream, something that's just a little creamier, a little more like that mascarpone, then you might be kind of getting what you need.
Completing the flavor circuit. Yeah.
Treat it like a dessert, live in the dessert space with it, put it with some ice cream, have it with a dessert wine, have it with a glass of rum or like something sweet.
Like when you get the thins right, they would work in partnership as opposed to like, I already had something so thick and heavy and dense. It just feels like overkill to be like putting more on top of it.
You love to scoop a thin.
Yeah.
So getting it in there and dipping it in something.
Like a chocolate mousse.
Oh, decadent. I'm living in it. And dip my toes in it.
I went to this restaurant once with my wife and they came out. We might end up cutting this, but it's a happy memory for me. They came out and they said, have you finished your meal? And we said, yes. And they said, would you like bottomless chocolate mousse? And we said, what? They said, would you like bottomless chocolate mousse? And we said, of course. And do you know those big metal trays that they use in like catering?
Yeah.
They just brought one out and it was full of mousse. And we were like, what do we do? And they were like, take as much as you want. And we did. And it was very strange and wonderful. And I never went to check if that's something that they offer or if their refrigerator was broken or something.
What? That's amazing.
It was amazing. And I think to bring it all back, if I had these Oreo tiramisu thins with me at that moment, they would have paired really nicely.
I love the idea of them being like, would you like bottomless chocolate mousse? And you're like, absolutely. I brought this whole package of tiramisu thins just for this. And everyone in the wait staff just being like, oh, fucking king shit. He knows. Real heads.
Yep, they came to play.
No, I can imagine it. You just dump the whole package of cookies out on the table and
go to town.
Go nuts.
Yep.
Well, David.
Yes, Max?
It's been a pleasure.
It has indeed.
Sorry, we don't have any bottomless chocolate mousse for you.
I know where that restaurant is. I don't know what you're doing later, but we can always swing by.
I think I know what we're doing later now.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye.